Thank you, wonderful one, for inviting me to offer my opinion and advice for serene. This is an excellent opportunity. I think this is such a fabulous idea that you had, as you always do. You always have fabulous ideas. And so thank you for that. Before I begin, I want to say a little prayer. I hope that when I speak, that God will allow himself to come through and not Leonard. Thank you. Amen. Well, Serene, I want to congratulate you on becoming the nice, intelligent young lady that you have so far. And I want to give you some advice that I would have liked to have given to myself, and believe it or not, I would like to have given to my 5 children over the years, but in time you learn so much about life that you eventually will find a place and a time to share it with somebody, and this is an excellent opportunity to do so, and I do so with you. Now, you're going into high school, and this will be your foundational years, very critical years. And what you're going to hear, you're going to get a lot of advice from a lot of people, and all is well and all is well intended. The main thing that you're going to hear is to be yourself, be true to yourself. Now, when you hear that, you're going to say, hey, okay, well, that's nice, but okay, well, what is myself and what is being true to myself? What I found that the most difficult thing is finding out, what does that mean, yourself? What is yourself? Now, I have came up with a way that within the next 10 minutes, it will take about 10 minutes of your time, and you're going to be able to find yourself. And the way I've done that or devised that is through a hypothetical. Now, what I want you to do is to close your eyes. I need you to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want you to imagine that somehow, some way you've become very wealthy, a lot of money. I don't care how it happened, in lottery, inheritance, whatever, just fast forward. This is a hypothetical. Now, doing this hypothetical, you are able to do every and anything you want. You do your travel, you have your car, you rewarded your parents, you've done everything that there is to possibly conceivably that you've done. Okay. Now, I want you to keep your eyes closed. Now, after you've done all of these things, okay, one morning you wake up and you have this lavish around in your lavish house. You think, okay, what I'm going to do today. And you go amongst that day doing whatever it is that you want to do. But remember, it's not none of the other things that you've already have done. It's what you want to do that day. And you do that for approximately 2 weeks. After that 2 weeks, I want you to notate what it was that you did during those 2 weeks after you had achieved everything else that you had wanted to achieve. And at the end of those 2 weeks, what you will have discovered was the things that you enjoy doing for free. And those things will have been yourself. You will have discovered what you like doing. And that's what I want you to concentrate on throughout your foundational years in high school. You see, people achieve and do very well in the things that they would enjoy doing for free. And the sooner that you can find those kind of things, those things, then whatever you do will not seem like work. It will actually be pleasure. So when you're going about doing those things, it'll just be interesting to you. It won't be laborious, it won't be tedious, it won't be hard, because these are the things that you would naturally do for free. So that's what you need to really concentrate on. Of course, your school, you have your foundational courses that you have to take, your basic English and your math, but try again to line up when you do get electives. These are courses that you can choose that will line up with those things that you would actually do for free once you have achieved anything. Because what I found, and I wish I had knew that early, that things that make you happy, the things that you want to do, you will do them well. Now, there's things that others, you may find that there's a lot of people out there, there's doctors and lawyers that maybe have followed in their footsteps, and they're somewhat lucrative in that area, but they're really unhappy. And so success, and that's what I want to say, success is subjective. So a person is successful when they're actually achieving what they want to achieve. It's not based upon the content of the money or how much money you're making. It's based upon achieving what you want to achieve. So once you find out those very things that you enjoy, that you would do freely, then you're going to excel at that. You're going to find that when it comes time to get paid for that, you will say, wow, I'm getting paid for this? This I would normally do for free. And if you can find that early on in life and incorporate that into your high school activities, then you'll be fine. And don't worry about the how in situations in life, because the why is the most important thing. If you know the why and what the power of prayer, because God is going to answer that, He's going to show you the how. The how is not important. And that's where a lot of people get caught up in. They want to see or be able to really visualize or see the end result before you get started. And then they start thinking, well, this is going to be super complicated. No, don't do that. That would be the same equivalent, like let's say a person is going to take a trip to New York. But you don't have to see New York before you take the trip. What you have to do is know in what general direction New York is. Okay, it's in the east. Now you start heading east, you will start to see signs as you go along. One sign will reveal itself, another sign will reveal itself, and then eventually you'll hit the destination, New York. Well, that's the same thing in life. You will eventually hit what you desire. And that's why I'm really just harping and want to beat that drum on yourself. Find out what it is that you would do for free in this life. And remember, that is your right. That's okay to do that. Now, it may not line up with others, and that's okay, because you want to do what is you, what you feel doing, and that's what's going to make you successful, or meaning that what is success to you, and that's what you're going to do freely. And as long as that lines up with God, then that's a good thing. Now, you going to experience a lot of people going in a lot of different directions, saying do this, do that. You may entertain that, but do not be swayed by that, because you have to stay within your particular guidelines, what it is that you like. Because this world we live in, and God made this life not to be a problem to be solved, but an adventure to be lived. And that's a beautiful thing. The God we serve is awesome, and a lot of people will get caught up into challenging God, saying things like, and I'm saying this for a reason, because this is really important, because sometimes people will say things that try to rock your faith and say, well, if God is so great, then why does He allow poverty? Why does He allow plane crashes? Why does He allow mass shootings? Well, those things happen and they're not pleasing to God, but God does not intervene in them because here's the beauty, and I need you all to listen to this. The reason why those things happen is because God gives man, woman, all of us free will. Now that's very important. Free will. What's so significant of that? Free will is so you can make your own decisions. And that's a beautiful thing because if God intervened in everything that we did, then we would be robots. There would be no free will. So now, how does that relate to these mass shootings? Because sometimes people will take free will and do crazy things that they shouldn't do. But it's still their free will. Not that it is justified, not that it is right, but it still lines up with God's idea of free will. And that's the same way with plane crashes or anything where innocent people so-called get killed. Sometimes during, mechanical failures, something goes wrong with the plane. But God doesn't intervene with the building of that plane or with the mechanic because, again, if he did, you're looking at a robotic status, and so God gives that free will. But he does, bless things. So you don't want to get caught up into people saying, oh, no, don't believe in God or don't go with this here. No, use your instinct and stay true to yourself. And that's pretty much, and things will really take care of it. I'm proud of what you're doing. Continue to pray, continue to always get counsel from your parents because that's where you're going to get your unconditional love. They don't want anything from you but for succeed. But I want you to concentrate on finding out what it is in this world that you would do for free. What it is that you would do for free and enjoy it in your spare time. What that is. Once you find that out, incorporate that into your whole schoolwork, into your whole framework. Let that be the fabric. Pray on that. Stay up on that. And that really is the best advice that I could give. Love you. I wish you well. And you take care.